Hope my week is very great. All right. Anytime I'm home alone, I have to keep touching and touching to find we're all doing well. All right, so we're highly welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome to every one of us. If you've joined me live, greet I can welcome you to this evening's broadcast. Like I advertised today, we're going to be looking at depression. Okay, we're going to be looking at depression. We're going to be looking at the causes, the symptoms, the risk factors, and we're also going to be looking at the natural solutions for depression. So if you join me live, just greet so I can welcome you to this evening's broadcast as I share, and you too will help to share out so that other people can join us. Welcome. We are all highly welcome. Happy New Week to every one of us. And if you are just seeing for the year, Happy New Year to you. It's been quite hot in Lagos. And then it's not been so easy out there with NEPA either or PHCL. Anyway, we're all highly welcome. In everything, the Bible says give thanks. So have you given thanks today? Are you giving thanks today? Are you feeling good today as we, go on? So we're all highly welcome. I hope my phone is, or my broadcast is going on well. Let me see here now. All right, like I said, today we're looking at depression, causes, symptoms, risk factors, and natural solutions. Okay, with all the hustle and bustles of what is happening in the world today, everybody is wondering what is happening. A lot of people are going on having one kind of depression or the other. Okay, my phone is still showing this way. Even though it's landed here. Hello, Chibuzo, you're welcome. Welcome. I'm good. Olaoluwa, you're welcome. Welcome and good. It's good that I'm seeing how my phone is showing me this now so that I'll be sure. Okay, let me just see how it will show on the phone. You're all highly welcome. I should have actually then left it straight. We are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and I kindly ask that you go ahead and share, and also go ahead and help us to invite other people to join us this evening, okay? All right, as we look at depression, causes, symptoms, and remedies, okay? All right, trying to make sure that all my gadgets are okay and in good order before I go ahead so that once I start, I'm not going back on anywhere. All right. So if you've joined me, like I said, you can greet so I can welcome you to this evening's broadcast. And let's share. I'm still hoping that Facebook will let me share this out today. Have you shared? Is it letting you share? Me, I'm just going to do one or two and then we get going because it's like every day Facebook will change one thing or the other. All right. Hello, Olaoluwa. Okay, welcome. I've already greeted you. Any other person that has joined us live for me to greet before I go on this evening? All right, let's do on the news feed. I hope you're sharing also with me. Let's share and show love. Okay, so talking about depression today, depression actually is classified as a mood disorder. It's actually classified as a mood disorder. And actually, for someone who actually has depression, it's a sickness. The way people will say, oh, I have arthritis, I have diabetes, people who have high blood pressure and things like that. That's also how one can say that depression is a sickness. Okay, it's classified as a mood disorder and it may be described as feeling of sadness, loss, feeling of anger that would interfere with a person's daily activities. Okay, so once it interferes with your usual daily activities, then that's when it has become a problem. But if you lose somebody and the way you're feeling doesn't affect um your daily activity, you still feel that loss and you still go about having your daily activities, you're still behaving and doing everything you've done in time past, then one cannot actually classify it as one is from depression. Okay. But if you lose someone and then that loss begins to affect your daily activities, when it begins to affect what you do every day, that is when one will now say that you're having issues with depression. But as long as whatever issue you're having is not having anything to do with your daily activities, you're fine, you're okay. Or whatever you're feeling, if you're having that anger, that being angry, and it's not disturbing your daily activities, then one will not say that you're having depression. Okay. So whatever state you are in and is affecting your daily activity, it's actually affecting what you would want to do. That's when one will begin to say that you're suffering from depression or having depression issue that can actually, affect you. All right. So another issue is like if you're having if you're having if you're having a kind of some of the symptoms that you will have, like if one is having of sadness and you're feeling sad and you can still go ahead and do your daily activities, then one will not say that you're suffering from depression. Okay. But if that daily activity, if you're feeling sad, and because you're feeling sad, you're not able to go to work, you're not able to attend to your husband or your spouse, your wife, you're not able to actually attend to your children, then that's when one will begin to say that you're having real serious depression, and that is when it's seen as sickness. Okay. So we need to know that, because we all feel sad now and then. So that you're feeling sad now and then does not really mean that you're having depression. But when you feel sad and that sadness is affecting your daily activities, that's when we'll now begin to say that you're having depression. Okay. And again, one thing is that depression is fairly common these days. I don't know why. Maybe all the issues, recession happening all over. In fact, they say that 18.5% of people who are moving up and down in America are in depressive state. Okay. And though depression and grief share some features, depression is actually different from grief. If you're grieving, if you've lost someone and you're grieving and it's not affecting your daily activity for a long time, you can grieve and it will make you stay in one place for some time. Maybe you lost someone very close and it's really disturbing you. You can stay like that for maybe like a week, 2 weeks, but then you get up and get back to normal. You're willing to be able to be comforted. You're willing to be able to come out of it. Okay. But if it's depression, it usually involves like self-loathing, loss of self-esteem, but grief does not bring loss of self-esteem. All right. So that's how you differentiate between grief and depression. And again, some conditions can worsen if you're having some conditions and then you're depressed again because of it. It works in a circle. Like conditions that can get worse due to depression would include arthritis, asthma, cardiovascular diseases, cancer, diabetes, obesity. Okay. If you have all diseases and you're depressed, you're passing through depression because of them, they get worse. And when they get worse, they will now make you more depressed. And they get worse, they make you more depressed. So it's like a circle that keeps piling on itself and becoming worse and worse. So that's why it's important for you to realize that feeling down at times is normal part of life. But when it's elongated, it has stayed for like 2 weeks or more, you need to be very, very careful and do something about it. So sad and upsetting events happen to everyone. Okay, we lose loved ones once in a while. We have bad business days or years. We have bad days from time to time. Okay, but if you're feeling down or hopeless on a regular basis, then you are dealing with depression. if it's on a regular basis, then you're dealing with depression. Depression is also considered a serious medical condition that can get worse without proper treatment. It can get worse without proper treatment. So we're going to be looking at some symptoms of depression, so you can look at it and also look at yourself or people around you. One thing with depression is that depression is a sickness everybody should be aware of. Everybody should be alert with, and just not only you, check people around you. Check people around you. I can remember something that was happening on Mainland Bridge in Lagos, that people would just come out of a car, jump into the third mainland bridge, and they get drowned. Okay, so from time to time, when it happened once or twice, people now started looking out. When anybody drops their vehicle and they want to, and they come out, you will see people on alert watching. They will even come out of their own. If you want to jump, they will catch you. I can remember one that they caught once, and people were joking, and they were passing some comments of jokes, and they say, where is he running to? Want to kill himself? You should come back to Nigeria. Let all of us stay in this Nigeria and handle it. Don't run anywhere to go and kill yourself. So there are some symptoms of depression. Depression can be more than a constant state of sadness. Okay, it can be more than just feeling blues. There are some days you just feel blues. Okay, and some days some people just go ahead and listen to blues music that are blues. But major depression can cause a variety of symptoms, and some can affect your mood, and some can even affect the body generally. Okay, hello, welcome. Okay, I just forgot that I didn't even put my phone in a way I can listen. When Facebook was dealing with me, I said, let me forget them and just go ahead. I know what I need to do for the day. Oh my goodness, I forgot to even go ahead and check. But let me just go and be here so I can see those who are coming live. All right, so Muta, you're welcome. I don't know, maybe the F is silent. Long time watching from South Africa. Love, yeah, why you're welcome. Thank you. Good evening for joining me. If you've joined me live, you can also greet. So, some symptoms of depression may affect your mood, and some may affect body. Okay, so symptoms may also be ongoing, or they can come and go. Some people, you notice some of these symptoms generally, they have it, it's always there for them. But for some, you will see it and then it goes, and after a time it comes back. Not everyone with depression will experience the same symptoms. There are so many. In fact, I'm going to be sharing with you along today for men, different ones for men, and even among the men, it's not, they might not have all, for women, and then for children. So symptoms can vary in severity, how often they happen, and how long they last. So these are some of the measures you take. How deep, how severe the symptoms are varies for different people. How often you get it, like I told you, some people, their own will just come for 2 weeks. They will be happy for 1 week. They are sad for another 2 weeks. They are happy for another 1 week. Some people are just generally sad throughout the same level. Okay, and some people is circumstantial. I know one woman that in the village they used to call her that is seasonal. When when it's rainy season, her mood will come, and they have to tie her in one place. Then when it's dry season, she's happy, she's playing, the season is good for her. So that's why I say for some people it lasts long, for some people it's different periods of time. And all those things, some people attach it to spiritual things, diabolical things and things like that. So if you experience, or someone experiencing any of the signs and symptoms we're talking about for more than 2 weeks, then that person is living with depression. Okay, if it's a day to 1 week, maybe the person will stay like that. But usually people who are not suffering from depression look for ways of coming out of the blues, look for ways of being happy. But someone who is just comfortable with it, is not looking for ways of coming out of it, is just there, that person needs help. Okay, so I'm going to run through the symptoms of menopause now. Feeling sad, it's one symptom. But remember, like I said, that sadness has to last for like 2 weeks or more, and you're not looking for how to come out of it. Feeling anxious, when the person is just anxious for everything. and or feeling empty. The person just, nothing again bothers the person. And then another one is feeling hopeless, worthless, pessimistic. Person doesn't even care whatever that happens, whether Nigeria is burning, oh, whether Nigeria is surviving, oh, it's just there, it's just pessimistic. And then another symptom is crying. People who find themselves just crying, crying, crying for nothing. Okay. And then another symptom of anxiety and depression is feeling bothered. Every little thing you're worried, you're bothered about every little thing. Hey, it will drop. Hey, don't drop it. Hey, bring it. Hey, every little thing you're bothered. Okay. Or you're always annoyed and angry. You're just always annoyed and angry. You're not happy with anyone. You're not happy with yourself. You're not happy with circumstances around you. You're not happy with your children. You're not happy with anything. Okay, that's symptom of depression. Again, when you lose interest on the things you used to love, like your hobbies, and you're no more interested doing any of them, you're no more interested in things you used to love before, then depression is setting in. And again, another thing is decreased energy, because when someone is having all these symptoms I'm talking about, you don't even have energy to do anything. You're fatigued all the time, and then you have difficulty concentrating. You can't concentrate on anything to achieve anything. And again, you also have difficulties in remembering things. Remember, I said if this happen and it stays for a long time, like 2 weeks, and then you don't even have any energy, let me put it like inner energy to take any decision, to make any decision. You're just there. That's what I think in the northern part of Nigeria they call it. I'm not sure if I'm very sure. Zanzeniba, oh, Manzeniba, oh, I don't know how they say it. Please, if you know how to say it, put it on the comment section for me. I've been wanting to know how to say that. So the person will just, anyone goes, okay? And again, moving or talking more slowly. You become slower than you have been before, okay? That's also another symptom or a sign of depression. And then losing appetite or eating much more than before. No, the one for appetite can be either of the side. Losing appetite, not wanting to eat at all is more of it, but sometimes eating more as if to say you're trying to use it to cover something, and then your weight will change. Either that you will lose weight or you begin to gain weight, depending on which way you handle your appetite during that depressive condition. And then chronic physical pain with no clear cause that does not even get better with treatment. You just begin to feel maybe some part of your body very painful. You won't say it's because arthritis. You won't say it's because you worked hard. You won't say, no, nothing. You just begin to have pains all over. And then headaches, okay, aches and pains here and there. You begin to have cramps, digestive issues. All these are all symptoms and signs of depression. And another thing that is very, very basic about it is the thought of death, the thought of, going to commit suicide or even attempting to commit suicide. Someone says, I lost my mama last year, September. Since from there, I can pass a day without crying. I feel unwanted and I want to travel long distance and buy a lot of expensive clothes. I don't know what to do and how. Please chat me, Haley. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but let me just Unsa. I'm going to put my WhatsApp number on it. Chat me so we could talk over it. Sometimes it's good for you to have people that you talk over with, someone you can talk over things with. My WhatsApp number is +234 703 515 1642 +234 703 515 1642. All right. So please chat me so that we will talk deeper and I'll be able to help you out of that. Okay. But one thing for people who might need listen to this, always chat me if you listen to this. You need someone who is experienced you can talk with, someone who will listen to you, someone who will also give you something that can occupy you and help you. So chat me so we can talk. Okay. Musa, we're going to be discussing all that. Chat me, okay, so that we can discuss. You're watching from South Africa. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. All right. So the having the thought of death, suicide, self-harm. Okay, when people have self-harm, they just want to harm themselves. They just want to do something bad to themselves. Sometimes they decide to starve themselves by not eating. Sometimes they just decide to do something very bad to themselves. That's also another symptom of depression. The symptom of depression can be experienced differently. Males experience it different ways, females experience it different ways, children experience it different ways. So I'm going to just run down how each gender, okay, experiences generally speaking, experiences depression. So men, when it comes to mood, okay, they are anger, they are angry, very, very aggressive, very, very irritated, and very anxious and restless. When you see a man that is having these symptoms I mentioned, check it out very well. Depression is setting in, especially if it happens for some long period of time. Then when it comes to their emotional well-being, they have such a feeling of emptiness. That man will be feeling empty, will be feeling sad, will be feeling hopeless. Okay? And behavioral, they will lose interest in so many things they used to be interested in. Like if it's a man, you will just find that the man is no more watching football match. If he's someone that used to like football match, no more calling some friends, okay, things like that. No more finding pleasure in all the activities he used to enjoy before, feeling tired easily, and then they will be thinking of suicide, and that man will begin to drink excessively. When a man begins to drink excessively, watch it, he's going through depression, and they begin to use some strong drugs and engaging in some high risk activities. Sometimes when they start, if you notice that a man is increasing his speed when he's driving, or when he's coming home, he's running as if something is chasing him, what he didn't used to do before. And another way it affects men sexually, they will have reduced sexual desire, and they will have lack of sexual performance when they're going through depression. They will just, a man that will usually every day is disturbing the wife, he will just lose interest sexually. So wives, women, we need to watch our husbands, because this thing sometimes it will start to say, hey, it's lucky, it's good for you, but it's going to lead to something more dangerous. So you need to watch the behaviors of your husband, of your brothers, of your children, and things like that. And then when it comes to cognitive abilities for men, okay, they will find it difficult to concentrate. Somebody, like if you notice that maybe your husband, when he comes back at night, he will sit down and read newspaper. You find out that he's no more reading the newspaper, or even when he takes the newspaper, he's just flinking and throwing it up and down. Watch that person very, very well. Having difficulty in completing, especially people who are working in offices or actually have delayed responses during conversation. You'll be talking to the man or your husband that you usually gist with, and he will be up and answering you. Sometimes when you ask, you're like asking him the thing a second time, or you're like saying the thing a second time before he will answer you. And then another way it disturbs men is their sleep. Okay, they will have insomnia, difficulties falling asleep or sleeping for a long time. They will have restless sleep. They will have, or they can have excessive sleep. Okay, and then again, some it will be not sleeping through the night. Anyway, you just watch and find out that there is change in the sleep pattern of that person. All right. And then when it comes to physical well-being, they are tired all the time, they are fatigued all the time, they complain about pains and headache, okay, and they're having digestive issues. That's also how you know when a man is having difficulties in having some symptoms of depression. All right, when it comes to us women, let's look at us women. Well, how do we know particularly that we are having issues with depression? Number one, for us women, we become very irritable. Soon touchy. That's what I call it. You become so soon touchy, okay, in our moods, very, very irritable. And when it comes to our emotional well-being, we feel sad, we feel empty, we feel anxious, we feel hopeless as women, okay? You find yourself thinking, Is something going to happen to your children? Is something going to happen to your husband? Is something going to happen to your sister? You're just bothered about everything. And then behaviorally, you will lose interest in what you do. Even to enter, people who used to love to cook, to enter to cook again, they're no more interested in cooking. And then one thing with women is that they will withdraw. You find out that that woman is withdrawn on her own, okay? Especially those who before they will go for parties, they will call a friend, they will gist with a friend, all those men gossip, the person will reduce it drastically. And then, of course, thought of suicide. Women think of suicide a lot, even much more than men when it comes to depression. And then when we talk about cognitive abilities such as thinking and talking, they will think slower, they will talk less. Okay, when they are going through depression, and their sleep pattern also will be disturbed. They wake up a lot in the night, see them waking up and thinking, they say, or they sleep too much. Once the sleep pattern also changes. And when it comes to physical well-being, we'll have decreased energy, okay, fatigued, change in appetite, our weight, which usually for us women, where you know that somebody is going through depression, also weight change. Is it that the person is losing a lot of weight without any you will just be asking, why is this woman losing weight? It's not that she's sick, it's not that she's not eating well, but she'll just find herself dropping. That's another symptom of depression. Aches and pains, headache, increased cramps, okay, for women. But let's briefly run through children, because also for children, we need to be very, very careful about children. You hear children in secondary school committing suicide and things like that. They would have passed through some kind of depression without the parents knowing, okay? So for children, they are irritable, they are angry, they have mood swings that will change now and then if they are having depression, okay, and they will begin to cry and cry a lot. They cry for nothing, okay. And when it comes to their emotional well-being, they feel incompetent, okay. They will keep telling you, I can't do it, I can't get it right, I cannot get this thing right. A child that used to be very, very optimistic, you find that is being pessimistic, always lying in despair, intense sadness, okay? And behaviorally, such children will be getting into trouble in school, okay? Refusing to go to school, and then avoiding their friends, avoiding their siblings, staying on their own, having thoughts of suicide and self-harm is also more in children. Okay, and when it comes to their cognitive ability, you will find out that they have difficulties in concentrating, and again, they will begin to decline in their school performance, and their grades will begin to change. So if you have a child that used to be very, very intelligent, and you notice some of these symptoms, you need to be very, very careful to do something about it. Hello, Esther Samuel, you're welcome. Happy New Year. Thank you for joining me this evening. Thank you. All right, Musa says she's gaining a lot. Thank you, Lizzie Adeleke. You're welcome to the evening's broadcast. So talking again about children, their sleep patterns will change also, okay? They will have difficulty sleeping off or sleeping too much, okay? And when it comes to their physical well-being, they will lose energy like adults. They have serious digestive problem, changes in their appetite, and also they might gain or lose weight for children. But most times when you see a child that is seclusive, staying on her own or his own, that he didn't used to stay before, not talking so much, a talkative child will now begin to talk less. You need to actually look into it, because the child is going through depression. Now, what causes depression? Let's look at causes of depression. There are several possible causes of depression. There are so many of them, okay? And they can range from biological to circumstantial, okay? I'm going to be talking about them very, very soon now. All right. Hello, Yetunde. Joining for the first time. Wow. Let's say welcome, Yetunde, everyone. Please put it in the chat room. Yetunde, you're welcome to Aging with Grace page. Welcome, Yetunde. Let everyone welcome Yetunde. That's our pattern here, okay? I've not been going live every day because of so many activities, but I've just decided, even if it's 5 minutes, I must come live on Mondays, 8 p.m., Wednesdays, 4 p.m., Thursdays, 8 p.m., and on Saturdays, 9 a.m. Even if it's for 5 minutes, I just put it on my face. I say hi to everyone, no matter where I am. All right, you're welcome. So this is Aging with Grace, your one-stop place where we talk about natural things you can use to stay healthy, teachings that we give, remedies that can help you to age gracefully and beyond. So please, I want everyone here to welcome here today to this evening's broadcast as we're looking at depression, causes, symptoms, natural remedies, and the risk factors. We've described what it is. We have looked at the symptoms, four different generally, and then for men, for women, and for children. We're going into causes now. You can watch the replay if you joined us. All right. So I said there are biological and circumstantial causes of depression. Number one is brain chemistry. There may be a chemical imbalance in parts of the brain that manages mood, that will manage our thoughts, our sleep, our appetite, our behavior. Okay. So that there will be a chemical imbalance in that part of the brain. So if there's chemical imbalance in that part of the brain controlling these things, depression can set in. Then another thing is hormone levels, okay? Especially for us women, changes in our hormone level, making us, to have erratic estrogen and progesterone during different periods of our life cycle, like during our menstrual cycle, okay? During our postpartum period, during perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. So women that are going through all these stages might begin to feel some kind of, hormonal changes, and it will put us at risk of depression. Women who can't handle it might go on to find out that they're going through depression. I give you an example. I'm going to be dealing with menopausal depression maybe next week or so. Okay, so that I can look at it very well. But during COVID lockdown, when I was teaching, and I was describing some things that were happening. One woman called me immediately. I went out. I finished my live video. She said, everything you have described is happening to me. And she said, I didn't know that this was happening to me. It moved from symptoms to depression for her. Okay, it moved from menopausal symptom to depression. So she was suffering from depression, from menopause without having it being cured. She now entered into depression. All right. So when you have that change in your hormone, it's very, very good for you to quickly handle it. And we have a supplement that can help balance your hormone very, very quickly and very, very fast. And it's menopausal supplements that we call Vitalize Women. Now, Vitalize Women has been made up by my company to deal with anything that has to do with women. And again, for some people, we also add what we call our multi-marker to it, especially for women who are still in their childbearing age and people who are still a little young, that have not reached their postmenopausal stage. We add multi-marker to it. All right. Then another thing that could cause depression is family history. You are at a higher risk for developing depression if you have family history of depression or another mood disorder. So if in your family you've had people who have suffered from depression or who have suffered from so many mood issues, you need to be very careful about it. And again, number four, another thing that could cause depression is for children, or even for us. By the time we are children, people who go through childhood trauma, extreme childhood trauma, some events that will affect the way your body reacts to fear and stress situations. Okay, there are some people that have gone through some things that make them, some trauma that makes them not to be able to react well to stress, and also make it difficult for them to also react to fear. Then another thing, number five, causes of depression would be brain strain. There is a greater risk for depression if the frontal lobe of your brain is less active. So scientists don't actually know why this happens, whether it happens before depression or during depression. But they found out that people who come in that are suffering from depression, they have this less activity in their frontal lobe. Then also the sixth thing that could actually cause depression is medical conditions. Okay, Certain medical conditions may put you at higher risk of depression. Like if one has some kind of chronic illnesses that have stayed for a long time and one is trying for it to go and is not going, the person can enter depression. Insomnia, not sleeping well, can make one to enter depression. Chronic pain, no matter where the pain is coming, if you have chronic pain for a long time, it can make one to enter depression. Parkinson's disease, stroke, heart attack, cancer, all this can make one to enter into depression. Okay. And again, people who use drugs or drink too much of alcohol or like smoking cigarettes, they become addictive to cigarette smoking. When they begin to feel bad about it, they can enter into depression. And then generally pain. People who feel emotional or chronic physical pain for a long period of time, are likely to develop depression. So I'll go through the causes of depression so you can know them down. Brain chemistry, hormonal changes, especially in women, family history, early childhood trauma, brain structure, medical conditions like chronic medical conditions, substance use like alcohol, cigarette, or drugs, pain. All these are some of the things that can cause depression in men or women or generally on people. Hello, Yetunde, joining for the first time. Yes, I told people to help me greet Yetunde. I hope you're greeting her. All right, so risk factors, okay? Risk factors for depression can be biochemical, they could be medical, they could be social, they could be genetic, they could be circumstantial, okay? So all these five areas could be risk factor for depression, and they include sex. Okay, the prevalence of major depression is twice as high in female than in males. That's why I told you, especially because of our change in our hormones. Some children, they've gone through menstrual pain for such a long time that you find that they enter depression. And do you know that there are some girls that are affected because of it? They don't even want to have babies. They don't even want to marry because of the pain they are going through during their periods. So we need to get close to our young ladies and talk to them, about it. So women, gender is there, is a risk factor. Women are at a higher risk of depression than men. Then genetics, okay? You might have an increased risk of depression if it's running in your family. And if it's running in your family, it's better for you to start early to do something about it. You can stay on a supplement that can help differentiate you, that can help curb all those things that happen. And one of those supplements I will advise you, if you have a family history of depression, is to go on Focus. Forever Focus is one supplement that can help you if you're going through depression, or if you have a family history of depression and you don't want to be part of it. Go on Forever Focus. Fantastic supplement that can actually help you very, very well. Again, socio-economic status is number 3, okay, including financial problems, perceived low social status, all this can increase depression and they can make one to go into depression. Like you stay in a place where you feel other people are better than you have one complex or the other, you feel financially down, you feel this person is better than you. And that's why I'm raising women and men who want to change their financial status. Because I belong to a company where ordinary people become millionaires, I'm telling you. Where with little or nothing, you can't believe it. With the lowest kind of capital, you can become a millionaire if you're ready to work. It's not get rich quick scheme. No, no, no. I work hard. I train people to work hard. But one thing is that I produce people who are becoming millionaires by the day. Okay. So we work hard using social media, automation, and attraction marketing under the umbrella of our Forever Living products. And I get millionaires doing that. So if you're having financial issue, you're having financial difficulties, you're having you're having this socio-economic status that is making you to go into depression, chat me on my WhatsApp number. I think I need to pin my WhatsApp number now. I've already put it there on the chat room for us. My WhatsApp number is +234 703515 1642 +234 703515 1642, and I've just pinned it on the comment section. Okay, so if you're having financial issues, chat me so I can teach you a business that can help you with little or nothing, and I mean little or nothing. Begin to make money every day and help you financially. I didn't say I'm dashing people money. Before, some people will chat me and say you're dashing people money. No, I'm teaching you how you can do a business from the comfort of your home, make from your own brand with little or nothing, and you can make it. And you can have it as your second stream of income. You can have it as your extra stream of income if you have more than one. Now, the fourth thing that becomes a risk factor for depression is certain medications, okay? Certain drugs, including some types of hormonal birth control, corticosteroids, beta blockers, may be associated with increased risk of depression. So if you're taking any drug that has any of these things I've mentioned, go to your doctor and ask for another alternative, okay? And then another risk factor is lack of vitamin D. If you're having deficiency in vitamin D, studies have linked deficiency in vitamin D to depressive depression symptoms. Okay, so you need to make sure you take your vitamin D, and like I told us, we have supplements that can help you with vitamin D, like our calcium, like our Emu blend. Okay, any of these supplements can give you the required vitamin D you need for the day, so don't lack vitamin D. Then another issue is gender identity. People with transgender people, they have fourfold, issues with getting depressed. Then also, like I said, if one is having misuse of some substances like some pain drugs, alcohol, it can lead to depression. And again, I mentioned this when I was talking about the causes. Some other people who are, on the risk factor are those who are medical, there's one kind of medical illness or the other. All right, so let's quickly run through how to address depression symptoms. Okay, if you're having depression symptoms, there are many ways to help you ease up the depression symptom, even during difficult situation, during your stressful situation, during those losses that might make you to become to do as if you're going through depression. So depression, of course, we know is a common condition that affects millions of people all over the world. All over the world, there is recession going on in the world. There is economic issues going on in the world. There's so much pain going in the world that people are going through depression. But it means that there are verified and trusted methods for dealing with these symptoms, because a lot of people are doing researches on them. So identifying those that are at the risk of mood symptoms is very, very important for you to identify your symptoms and be able to know what to do to begin to apply the solutions and remedies for these symptoms. Like now, people who have history of anxiety, okay, who have history of using some kind of drugs or long diseases, or who are facing like long time unemployment, okay, people who are having sense of isolation, it's better for them to be detected. Okay, so, and again, you need to recognize the warning signs in your friends, in yourself, in your friends, in your family members. Okay, like when you have people who are feeling hopeless, withdrawing, quickly do something for them. And that's why, like I'm not giving out people. It doesn't have to be. You can refer people to me, okay? You can refer them to me, and I'll be able to help out. By the time we talk to them, okay? Or you connect them to people who can help them immediately. Don't allow people to stay in that depressive mood for a long time. Like I've already read through symptoms of menopause. You can go back and listen to those symptoms that I've read concerning each man, woman, and children. Okay, so based on these symptoms, you can now decide on the approach to take. It could just be simply developing a resemblance of the structure of a routine of the day, okay, or setting a reminder of time for such people to do the things they didn't used to do before. Like people who are beginning to lose interest in their hobbies, you can get someone that can help them to begin to do those hobbies to help them. So there are circumstantial and there are some physical things that one can do. And also one can go through psychotherapy therapy, okay, which is also done by psychiatrists, okay, to take that person through psychotherapy, and then the person would suddenly begin to feel, have someone to listen to, have someone to tell the problems to, have someone who understands. Sometimes you know that some people are just going through depression because there's no one to listen to them. There's nobody listening, especially some children, parents, father is busy, mother is busy. They come home with a problem from school. They look for a mommy to talk to. Mommy is very busy in the kitchen. And by the time she's through with the kitchen, she's tired. She's going to bed. Daddy is coming back late and shouting at everyone. So that child doesn't have anybody to talk with, anybody to discuss issues with. And then that child needs a listening ear. So they will suddenly begin to lack that intimacy with somebody to talk with, and they begin to struggle with depression. So for some people that are taking medication, it's also good. I'm looking at the remedies now, for you to look at your medication and discuss it properly with your doctor, whatever is happening to you. I always tell people it's good to go on your drugs, but I tell you, supplements have no side effects. Take your drugs, take some supplements that can cushion the side effects of some of those drugs that you're taking. Like our aloe vera gel. This is my aloe vera flax. This is not aloe vera bottle. Before somebody will say, I want that round one. Now you brought up. But I don't have any aloe vera bottle like close by. But it looks yellow like this, but the bottle is exactly like this. Okay. All right. So if you're taking some drugs, even your beta aloe vera gel can help cushion. It can help cushion the effects of some of those side effects of the drugs you're taking. So in the midst of all these drugs that you're taking, especially for people who have been ill for a long time, you've had this arthritis for a long time that is not going. Of course, you know that we have Forever Move that can actually help you. But let's say you have disease that you have put with for a long time and it's not going. Find supplements that can help you cushion it. Talk about it with people, okay? Exercises are another thing that can help you. We talked about it yes on Saturday. So go and watch my video on Saturday. I talked about exercises that can help with depression. Okay. In fact, depression affects over 300 million people globally. Can you imagine? Over 300 million people globally. And they did a study that shows that, okay, exercise can actually cut down on depressive episode. Is simply going for a walk like we talked about Saturday, running, physical activities and things like that. Let me not take our time today because time is fast spent. You can go on my video on Saturday and look at it. Now, before I end, I'm going to end with pregnancy and depression. I want to look at depression and anxiety. What's the connection between depression and anxiety? Depression and anxiety can occur in a person at the same time. In fact, research has shown that over 70% of people with depressive disorder have symptoms of anxiety. People who go through depression have symptoms. 70% of them have symptoms of anxiety. So, though they are not thought to be caused by different things, depression and anxiety can do several similar symptoms. For example, somebody who is anxious is irritable. Somebody who is depressed is irritable. Somebody who is anxious finds it difficult to concentrate, okay? The memory and concentration is losing and going down. The same thing with somebody who is going through depression. Somebody who is anxious finds it difficult to sleep. He has sleep disorder, insomnia, and things like that. The same with somebody going through anxiety. So, okay, so these two conditions share common symptoms and they also share common remedies. Okay, both anxiety and depression are treated almost the same. So you will need cognitive behavior if you're going through anxiety. You will need some kind of supplementation. You will need alternative therapies like hypnotherapies, okay, hypotherapies, um, psychotherapies. And if you think you're experiencing symptoms of either of anxiety or depression, you need to talk with someone. If you're having that anxiety disorder, you also need to talk with someone. You can talk with me, chat me on my WhatsApp number +234 703 515 11642. I want to find out before I go on pregnancy and anxiety, I want to talk to you about supplements that you need. If you're going through anxiety, The first supplement that can help you is our Forever Focus, okay? And Forever Focus is the first supplement that can help you. This Forever Focus is very, very great. I've received a lot of testimonies concerning it from people. Of course, I can't mention their name, but this Forever Focus is number one, added to our Royal Jelly. Royal Jelly will also help you. And for Royal Jelly, when you bring it, I'll tell you how to use it. And then Bits and Peaches, okay? Bits and Peaches is another supplement that helps. And then our Blossom Tea, Forever Blossom Tea. So these four supplements are the supplements for anxiety, supplement for depression. If you want to come out of depression naturally, if you want to come out of depression, without drugs that have side effects, these four supplements are what you need, and they are going on a good discount for us this week. So chat me on my WhatsApp number +234 703 515 1642 to get this supplement. All right. Now, ending with pregnancy. Pregnancy is often an exciting time for people, but sometimes, for people who are pregnant, it can be common for pregnant women to experience depression, okay? And symptoms of depression during pregnancy include changes in their appetite, like others, feeling hopeless, anxious whether this baby they will die during the pregnancy and things like that, losing interest in activities that they previously enjoyed, persistent sadness, anxiety, fear of the pregnancy they are carrying. That's pregnancy, depression through that comes from pregnancy. They also have difficulties concentrating. They have difficulties remembering things. They have sleep disorder, including insomnia, sleeping too much, or thought of death and suicide. They just feel they are going to die during this pregnancy. And treatment for depression during pregnancy may also focus on some of the things we have already talked about, while some may, be just antidepressant. Like if it's during pregnancy, we only advise Royal Jelly and Blossom Tea. We don't advise any of the other two that I mentioned, okay? If one is going through depression and pregnancy, we advise Royal Jelly, Blossom Tea, and our B12. Okay, so if it's pregnancy disorder, these are just the three we give people who are going through pregnancy depression. All right, so, and it's also good for you go for your antenatal care to discuss it with your doctors if they give you a listening ear. It's very, very, very important for you to do that. All right, so I'm going to take our questions now, and then we call it a day. I'm sure it's getting to our closing time, 6 minutes to go, even though I'm trying to see if I can reduce my videos to 30 minutes. A lot of people are complaining about data. God will help me. Oh dear, dear. But they are on YouTube, and you can use night YouTube to watch it. I'm broadcasting on YouTube now. So you can go and look for me, Ngozi Achonwa, Aging with Grace on YouTube, so that you'll be able to use your night free YouTube to watch the video. Okay? All right. So I'll just take our questions if we have any, and then we call it a day. So you can send me your questions right now if you have any. And if you can chat me on my WhatsApp number so we can just talk about your case. Trying to find the comments. Facebook is not showing me. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the love. I appreciate. I'll try my best to make sure I come your way Mondays, 8 p.m., Thursdays, 8 p.m., Wednesday, 4 p.m., and Saturday, 9 a.m. I don't know, Facebook, they keep changing every day. Okay, let me just use my phone. I hope it's there from the beginning. I've greeted us. I say Chibuzo, welcome. Welcome, Olaoluwa, love, welcome. Musa, welcome. Grace, welcome. Musa, please call me or chat me so we can talk on my WhatsApp number. Esther Samuel, thank you. Happy New Year. Lizzie, thank you. Happy New Year. Yetunde, thank you for joining for the first time. We have greeted you. Happy New Year. All right. Beatrice say thank you for this information. Watching from Kenya. How is Kenya? I love Kenya. Welcome. All right. Today say, what is the importance of vitamins B in the body? Welcome, welcome. Yetunde is asking for the importance of vitamin B's. You know, we have a lot of B vitamins, okay? We have a lot of all these B vitamins, okay? So when we talk about B12, for example, B12 is vital for creating and maintaining your nerve and red blood cells, okay? B12 supports your nervous system and it helps create DNA, the basis of our cells. So without treatment, vitamin B12 deficiency can lead to anemia. Okay, that's why people who have anemia normally say they should take their B12. I have my 12 that I'm always taking all the time, especially for those of us that are menopausal women. I wanted to show you. Okay, yeah, it's here. This is my B12. It comes in folic acid. I've already taken my 2 for the day, but I'll still go ahead. Very nice, the B12. And take my, I'll just take one more. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really have what I do. So this is B12 plus. What I have there is B12 plus. It's because she asked of B12. So this B12 has B12 plus. It has folic acid. It has B12. Okay. All right. So I'm answering Yetunde's question. So B12 is very, very good for you, and it's absolutely very, very important for you. We have other B vitamins also. We have other B vitamins that are not just B12, but B12 is especially so good for us as women, okay? And we also have our all the Bs. We have our vitamin B6, B complex, B5, B2, B3, B7, B9, B9 is folic acid, okay? And the body uses folic acid or folate in its natural form to make DNA and also genetic materials before and during pregnancy. That's why we also recommend this B12 for women going through pregnancy. And then we have the B5, which is the pantothenic acid. Okay, B5 is essential for the health of the brain and your nervous system. Now, B1 is thiamine. Okay, thiamine B1 is also vital for the growth and functioning of your organs, your brain, your heart. B2 is riboflavin. Riboflavin needs your body needs vitamin B2 to break down fats and also to be able to break down drugs. Okay, that's what vitamin B2 does for you. Vitamin B3 is niacin, and the body needs niacin to maintain healthy skin, nerves, digestion, and the rest. Now, there's one of our supplements, if I read to you here. We have our Vitalized Women. It has what are most of the things I'm mentioning for you. But most importantly, if you want them in natural form, all these B's that I've mentioned, B1, B2, B5, B6, B7, B9, B12, if you want them in their natural form, get our super greens. Our super greens is a mixture of 22 natural, organic vegetables and fruits, berries. So they have most of these B vitamins in them. All right, I hope I've answered your question here today. I don't know if you have a particular of the B's. You can tell me so I can tell you what it does, but I've tried to run through most of them for you. Hello, Healthy Aging with Annie. She's online with me today. That's one of my global influencers. She's one of those that I have trained, I've mentored, I have coached, and she's touching lives all over the world. And she's making money from all over the world. And you're welcome, okay? And is one of my early global influencers that I train. Thank you for joining me live this morning. And she also deals with menopausal women. All right, Chibuzo, Maduka, thank you. Olaoluwa, thank you. Grace Prosper, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Samuel says she's passed. Um, that is what I'm passing through, long time pains. Okay, Esther Samuel, please chat me. You're not supposed to go through long term pains. We need to find out what is causing that pain. Is it arthritis? Is it menopausal pains? Is it body pains or whatever? So we'll be able to get supplements and some natural activities that can help you go on, so you'll be able to have yourself. Okay. Oh wow. Thank you, and thank you for joining me. All right, I think I've handled all our questions. Okay, you said vitamin D, not vitamin B. Oh wow. Okay. She was saying that what she was asking me was vitamin D, not vitamin B. All right, Yetunde. And I didn't read your something on time. All right, we can go through some benefits of vitamin D. Vitamin D strengthens your immune system. Okay, vitamin D can prevent certain types of cancer. Remember that I said vitamin D deficiency can actually bring depression also. It boosts your mood. Vitamin D boosts your mood. That's why they tell people to go out in the sunshine. When you go out in the early morning, sun, and you do your exercises, you get natural vitamin D also, and it can also help to boost your mood. Vitamin D can also help with weight loss. It can aid weight loss. It can lower your risk of rheumatoid arthritis and other arthritis. It can also lower your risk of type 2 diabetes, and it also helps to lower blood pressure if taken in the right quantity, and also reduce heart disease. That's why for us women, I advise us to go on Forever Calcium. Forever Calcium has vitamin C, vitamin D, very, very well in it. Okay, I actually advise more people to go on this. But if it's people who are going through some kind of pains and having a lot of flus and diseases, you can actually go on Immublend. But for those who need vitamin D every day, our calcium has vitamin D, and it's very, very good. And this calcium helps with arthritis and things like that. It also helps with mood changes. Okay, so that's the benefit of vitamin D. Okay, Yetunde, I hope I've answered you. It also helps to prevent types of cancer if taken in normal. Remember, I say it's not treating. It's not that you have cancer, you go and say, I say you should take vitamin D. It helps with prevention. Okay. All right. Okay, I don't think I have any question that I'm seeing here. So I think we need to call it a day. Thank you all for joining me. Love you all. I'm going to be seeing you on Wednesday by 4 p.m. when we come your